welcome or welcome back to Lauralign. Today I've got a very special behind the scenes video with things that I would normally cut out of the recording, including how I get ready for these recordings and also my silly cat, as you can see. I've got both views for you here, both of the cameras. Normally, I edit those into the camera view that I think works best, but I'm considering adding like a picture-in-picture like this for my regular ASMR heartbeat videos. Let me know what you think about that idea. So, my camera at some point got bumped. I am fixing that right now. Basically, I'm just looking at things that I could do to help with the video. I always make sure I am hydrated, and I try my best to make sure that I'm not too hungry when I start recording, so I'm kind of just chugging a protein shake right now. This behind the scenes video will also include some information about me, so if you guys have any questions, let me know, and maybe I'll include the answers in the next voiceover. So this is called a stetho microphone, and it is a stethoscope, which is what doctors use to listen to your heartbeat, and it's connected to wires that make it a microphone. And that gets plugged in to a transmitter that picks up the audio on the recording. Right now I'm cutting a giant band-aid in half, and half of it goes on the top of the stetho microphone to secure it to my skin, and the other half goes on the bottom. I specifically use the Band-Aid Skin Flex brand because honestly it hurts a lot less to take that off than like a normal Band-Aid or even medical tape, which I've tried. But for some reason the medical tape was extremely loud and made the audio totally unusable. So basically, by trial and error, I've come up with my little current system of how to make this work. In fact, I probably have about at least 5 videos that I've recorded recently in which the audio is totally unusable as far as the heartbeat part goes. So I think what I'm gonna do is record voiceovers for those videos, just kind of describing what I'm doing, and it won't have the heartbeat, but hopefully you guys can still enjoy those, so look out for that coming out soon. So now I've got the microphone part all plugged in, and I kind of just shove all of the extra wires and the transmitter into my sports bra. I always make sure that everything is secure because sometimes it can create random noise if it's not done correctly. So this thing that I'm putting on now is actually brand new as of this recording. And basically before I found this, I was using like an ace bandage and wrapping that all around 3 or 4 times to secure the stetho mic to my skin. I've gone ahead and muted the audio for the microphone at this point until it really gets to where it's not irritating to listen to. At this point it's just kind of like really loud random noises as I test the fit all that of the new band. But I'm really excited that I found this because I was like, surely there's gotta be like something. And then I remembered that I saw this product, which is actually supposed to be used for runners, people who run a lot, and it makes your tatas, your tatas, less bouncy during the running process, so it hurts less to run if you have boobs. Alright, so we're almost to the point where the recording would start for a normal video. Just kind of making sure everything looks okay. Is my hair okay? Look at that cute kitty. I couldn't even resist. I needed to boop him on his snoot and love on him a little bit. Look at him. He's just too cute. Couldn't even help it. I love how you can hear his purring along with my heartbeat whenever we snuggle. I did mute some of this because I was talking to him at normal voice and it was just too loud for the heartbeat stuff. If you guys didn't know, my cat's name is Kitten and he is 10 years old. This boy was actually just diagnosed with asthma, sadly enough, but it seems to be something that can be controlled, and he just is like a little wheezy boy, so I'm hoping that he will be okay. So I will be switching camera angles like I normally would in these videos, but leaving the other camera as a picture-in-picture in the corner, just so you can kind of still see both angles in this special behind-the-scenes video. I'm not sure if this is something that I would be willing to do in my normal ASMR heartbeat videos, just because it's not really necessary. But if you guys really like it, again, just let me know and I may consider it. You will also notice that I have lowered the audio in some portions or cut the audio completely if the noises that I've been making are too loud. Like in this part, I was talking to Kitten and telling him what a good boy he is and asking what he's doing. So a lot of times I'll set a timer on my watch so that I know how long I've been recording for. I like to have about a 30-minute video whenever I can, at least. So Typically, Shavasana is used at the very end of each practice. It's otherwise known as the corpse pose, and the way I do mine is a modified Shavasana. So normally you can have your legs all the way out and your arms out like I've got mine. Putting my legs up like this, where the feet are as wide as the mat and my knees kind of fall in together, just allows you to not worry about holding your knees up. But when your knees are up like this, it shortens your diaphragm and makes it easier to breathe. So I prefer this way. So Shavasana is more about checking in than checking out. So kind of going through the body, thinking about doing body scans or thinking about chakra alignments and just getting myself into a peaceful state of mind. Typically, I would also decide on some sort of affirmation at this time. So today's affirmation is, "Isn't it wonderful?" So I was kind of envisioning in my head scenarios that I would like to see myself live out in the future. Like, for instance, I've always been kind of a get out of bed and like get ready and immediately leave for work type of person. But I would like to wake up earlier in the morning and do just a little yoga practice and really make the most of my gratitude for the day, and starting out with that sort of peace instead of rushing around getting ready, because I feel like that doesn't help my anxiety. But it's a work in progress, and using the "Isn't it wonderful" affirmation can apply to any sort of situation that you would like to improve upon with your life. Give it a try and let me know how it goes for you. so much for watching this video. Let me know how you liked the voiceovers, and I hope that you stay hydrated and live your best life. I love you all so very much.